If he's ugly, I'm gonna be upset. But we just gonna have to work through that.
Every single time I think that a couple might last, Netflix is ready and waiting there with a promo that make me question everything.
You didn't want to sit here and talk. You're like, I'm leaving.
What else am I supposed to do? Sit in my feelings and sleep next to someone who said that I was not man enough for this?
Hi everyone, I'm Simone. Welcome to my channel. I do reality lifestyle commentary reviews. Right now, I'm recapping the season of Love is Blind. If you're new here, I'm focusing on each of the 5 couples that were engaged, just giving my full opinions and thoughts on them and the relationship so far. If you like that kind of content, please give this video a like and subscribe. I'm on my mission to get 1,000 subscribers by the summer, and I would greatly appreciate it. It might not mean a lot to you, but it means a heck of a lot to me. If you want to watch my other videos, you can see them up here. I have a lovely playlist that has them all there for you. So we've done Micah and Paul, Kwame and Chelsea, and Brett and Tiffany, and this video is going to be focused on Jackelina, who I call Jackie most of the video, but I think she just goes by Jackelina, and Marshall. All right, enough about that. Let's get into this video. Marshall's 27, a marketing manager, and fun fact about him, he's actually cousins with Justin Glaze, who was the runner-up on Katie's season of The Bachelor. Are we just a family looking for fame now at this point? The odds of having 2 people on popular reality dating shows, I feel like it's kind of insane. One big thing about Marshall though is that he's always struggled with being comfortable, being emotionally open. Like, he's a very emotionally expressive person, but his father and other people in his life have been like, men shouldn't be emotionally vulnerable, and that's something that he carries away on him.
Ever since I can remember, I have been bullied by my emotions and bullied for my emotions.
And then we have Jackelina, who's 27, a dental hygienist, and has never been in a very serious relationship. And you can kind of see that she's never been in a very serious relationship with how she kind of has a little bit of a struggle, like opening up, but also like dwelling out rejection. So she ends up having 3 main love interests initially. And I'm like, girl, how do you have 3? She has Marshall, JP, and this guy, John, we will get back into a little bit later.
Just know I'm a little bit faster.
Wow, look at you, first daddy.
I am first daddy.
She's being hard-headed and looking for her daddy, as she always says it. And I'm like, I don't know if Marshall gets daddy, but like maybe. He's not give daddy. He's not like, I read books and like I know what people say when they be like daddy, and like Marshall's not a daddy. We really don't get a chance to focus on Marshall and Jackelina until episode 2. Pretty soon right off the bat, like they're vibing well and they decide to be exclusive with one another. And that means Jackelina has to break up with her current other main love interest, which is John. John's cute. Like, John's cute. I would go for John. Jackelina says that like her physical type that she normally goes for is tall, tatted, buff. That's exactly what John is and exactly not what Marshall is. So like just off the bat, like she would have never chosen to pursue Marshall over John, like all things equal or not equal when it comes to like attraction. Jackelina goes on a date with Josh, not Josh. It's Josh, not John. Like, I'm so bad about that sometimes. So she goes on a date with Josh. It's not filmed. None of the pod dates with Josh and Jackelina are filmed, and that bothers me a lot because I have no idea how close they are or how their relationship was. Like, I have no frame of reference to know if she should have pursued Josh over Marshall. I have no idea. I just know he's her physical type. She goes and tries to break up with Josh. He's like, look, I'll pack my bags today. There's no one else I can see pursuing here. I'm all in for you. Jackelina says she can't break up with him. But like, that's what he should want.
I just couldn't end it with him just yet because he was like really going through it.
And that's normal though. Like, you know, it's just a normal course of dating. But if she hasn't a serious relationship, she doesn't know about like breaking up. You have to take people's feelings seriously, but it is very hard. So Marshall's like, hey, how did things go with breaking up with Josh? Were things good? How did he take it? And she's just like, I just wasn't able to do it. Like, he said he was like, I was the only one for him. And he's like, what? I thought we were going to be exclusive. It doesn't make sense. It did not make sense. It did not make sense. It felt very you wanting to have someone on your back burner if things aren't working out. What do you think would happen? You can't propose to both people. You can't like get engaged to both people. You have to choose one. You have to choose one. He feels some kind of way about this, and he's like going back in the men's quarter. He's like, yeah, like, you know, Jackelina says she's like not ready to be exclusive because like this one guy said something. To her benefit, Jackelina never says it's Josh, but Josh and the like in the men's quarter is like, you know what, I hear you talking about me. It was me. I said that. Like, and I'm like, yeah.
Did you say that you packed your stuff and you were gonna leave if it wasn't with her?
it's his right, and it's his right to pursue that relationship because he's all in for it, and it's Jackelina's right to keep him around if she thinks he's worth pursuing, but it's not okay if she doesn't. He does end up comforting her and asking more questions about the relationship and where it's headed. Overall, they do seem to have a really strong connection, but I do worry that they need to find better clarity and understanding of what their expectations as each other's partner. Cause like I feel like there's a lot of miscommunication that was happening here. Jackie is crying because she had a breakup with Josh, a very hard thing to do. And Irina is comforting her and one other girl, and Micah comes in and she's just like, and Irina's like, my friend's sad, and Micah's just like laughing, and then Irina starts laughing, and they're basically like, why is she crying? And I'm like, y'all can't break up with guys and not give a fuck. Most of us have feelings and are gonna be respectful of the person, so we're gonna care. We're not just gonna be like, sucks, deuces, bitch. That's disrespectful and very mean. I don't know if anyone else caught it, but there was like the way that Josh was dressed up in one of the scenes. He looked like he was ready to propose. He had a nice fit on, and also this was the same day that Marshall's proposing to Jackelina. She's in a cute dress, so most of the time when people are gonna propose, they're dressed up really nice. Marshall isn't dressed up, so I feel like he was like, oh, let me make sure I meet Jackelina before she has a chance to see Josh again, and he just proposes impulsively, but Jackelina was expecting something either from Josh or him, so that's why she was dressed up nice. That's my own hypothesis. Not sure if it's actually shaped out that way. If I could ever talk to her, I would love to know, but that is my view of that.
Know that whenever I see Jackie, I know that I'll just be smitten regardless. Peg leg, solid go-to.
Little person, big person, blue, green, yellow, I'm all there. And I'm like, look, okay, yes, the show's called Love is Blind, but they're not out here casting unappealing people. Like, if they actually purely had a show called Love is Blind and they had people who were objectively, to most people, not attractive, that would be great television. But it would also cause more drama and heartaches of people not making it to the altar or getting married. I'm gonna be real, if someone came out and they were like, my love interest was 5'4", I think it happened in what, season 1 or 2, but her love interest, her guy, was like 3 inches shorter than her, and she just couldn't get over it. So if I met someone, he was like 5'2", hair to the ground, weird mustache, I'd be like, hi, you know, like, I'm gonna be real, most people would. So like, Love is Blind is not casting ugly people. And Marshall's like, Jackie's exactly my type. Jackie's like, he's not typically what I'd go for. And like, in Seattle, Jackie's like an 8.5. In Seattle, she's probably a 10. Marshall, 6.5, solid 6.5. Like, not bad, not great. Like, you know, if your girl brought him around, you'd be like, oh, he's cute. You know, he was like, he's cute. Like, yeah, he's like cute. So they're not like a perfect match, like physically attractive. Otherwise, all of our couples up to this point have been, I think, physically, like, equally level playing field of attractiveness. Maybe not Micah and Paul, but otherwise, yeah, I think everyone's like pretty on even par. So they're going on one of their dates in Cozumel. Things are good. They still have chemistry, like they're vibing. She says this really fun thing where he was like, yeah, do you want to be intimate or wait until like the wedding?
No. You want to buy a car? You want driving there first?
I'm like, you real for that. You're real. Like, you're right. She says one thing that I think is setting us up for the rest of the season. I want to finish all these episodes so I can record so I can start watching the new episodes that just came out, because like I can't wait to know how all this turned out. I literally cannot wait. She says, I'm just really concerned about going back to how I was. And as a viewer, I have no idea what that means. Luckily, we don't have to wait too long, but we still have to wait some. They get back to their room after like meeting the other couples, and she's like breaking down.
I'm thinking about home, I'm thinking about my people, I'm thinking about work.
And she's just like, yeah, like, you know, like I have all my family and work, and she's crying. I think she has like a panic attack because she's so freaked out about like her life back home. And I'm not confused, like it's very interesting being the viewer because there is so much that we aren't privy to. Like I want to be respectful. You can feel free to not share what you want to share. Maybe producers cut it out. It's very hard watching a show like this sometimes with not having full knowledge of what's going on, because as a viewer, I'm just missing a lot of context. So it's like, to me, it's out of nowhere, but I'm sure in their relationship, it's not out of nowhere. But to me, it seems like, why is this girl just freaking out all of a second? And it just reminded me back to Danielle from season 2, who also had a breakdown in Mexico. So, and that didn't go well. I mean, they got married and they're divorced, and like they don't even talk to each other. So that went horrifically well. And I'm like, hopefully it does not become that situation.
I get it.
One thing I must say about Married at First Sight that they get right is that they give people therapy. They do a psych eval. They get therapy before they get matched. They get therapy during their whole entire time on the show, couples sessions and private sessions. I'm not saying that Jackelina has any mental issues. I'm not saying that, but I firmly believe that there is a level of emotional and mental stability that is needed to be on a reality show like this, especially a public one. A partner should be there to support you, but they can't fix you. And I think therapy does a really good job of doing that. I feel like this is very like insert like a mental health ad or like something, but like I'm not sponsored. I don't have sponsorships. No one follows me. No one subscribes to me at this point. If you want to, you can. Marshall did support her in that moment. He's like, I understand. He held her and just let her exist. And I feel like that's what she needs.
What can I do to get us back to the moment that we were having before? We talked about this. Yeah, I got you.
Final thoughts. So the show sets up a post-credit scene where they're like having an argument or shouting, and she's like, you're not man enough, and like he's like walking out, and I'm like, he's not man enough because like, he's vulnerable, or like what's going on? And like from that scene I'm like, okay, they're not making it to the altar. I don't know how they could rebound for that. Once someone says something hurtful to you, it's very hard to stay in a relationship. Some people do it. You should not, but some people do.
I don't want to sit here and talk. You're like, I'm leaving.
What else am I supposed to do? Sit in my feelings and sleep next to someone who said that I was not man enough for them?
We don't have sex.
I do believe that Jackie has lost a lot of her own self-identity and her family stuff, it seems. What does that entail? She has to raise her siblings? Is she the sole breadwinner? Don't know all that. And I feel like it's taught her to be very tough, but she doesn't know how to let someone support her. And I don't know if you could learn that in 4 weeks if you've never had it. I think that'll be a very big uphill battle to face. Like maybe if she and Marshall had met and they had like months and months and months and maybe years to get there, I think they could get married, but honestly, I don't see it happening right now. So those are my thoughts on Marshall and Jackelina. So let me know, do you guys think they'll make it? If something has happened on this current season, like, please let me know. Like if you have any other thoughts or views, love to hear it. Want this to be engaging sessions. Like that's why I record. I just want to hear other people's feedback. I'm not alone. I'm not insane by my opinions. Yeah. All right, that's all it for me for today. Bye guys.